Big phones haven't definitively been proven to be worse for your hands than smaller phones. However, I would say it seems rather intuitive that the larger the phone, the more force you'd have to use to sort of grip that phone, which certainly could stress your ligaments and joints in the hand more. I think in today's day and age, and certainly with the current coronavirus situation, people are certainly turning to their phones on more of a day-to-day basis for online shopping and things such as that. The increased phone usage these days certainly does predispose everyone, I think, to developing a lot of these overuse type strains and sprains and tendonitis type conditions in the hand and upper extremity. In fact, I do actually get a fair amount of patients who come in with symptoms of what's called cubital tunnel syndrome, which is a compressive neuropathy that causes typically some numbness and tingling into the pinky finger and part of the ring finger associated with compression of the ulnar nerve at the elbow. And if you would imagine that using your phone on an increasingly more frequent basis, we typically do that with our elbows flexed. And so that phone usage can exacerbate symptoms of cubital tunnel syndrome. And that's something I've seen.
So I do see a lot of patients with that thumb base pain, and you're right about wrist tendonitis as well as aggravating that basal joint arthritis. Do you give any recommendations? Not just take frequent rest or position your phone differently, but do you do any techniques for their thumb or recommend any braces that they may be able to utilize?
Sure, I actually have found one very effective technique to sort of curtail those symptoms in the thumb would be that instead of typing every single letter, to actually try and utilize their phone's speech to text option so that instead of typing every character, the speech to text seems to be quite effective at limiting that pain in the thumb that's seen a lot with texting.
I find that when they hold their phones, it's in a sort of abducted position where they're bringing their thumb close in to grab onto the phone, and that actually puts a lot of stress on that basal joint. So I do tell them to do some exercises to open that thumb up.